Our next guest is a wife, mother, and the CEO of True Music, a new label company that she co-founded. She is all things beautiful and fashion, and this segment literally could go anywhere. Please help me welcome to the show, Sabrina Harrison. How are you, Sabrina?
Hi. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here, and I love that we just get to chat because it's not that fun when I'm just talking. Y'all get to talk back, so I'm excited to be here.
Well, and we're glad that you came here because we have so much we could chat with you about. And all things, most people know you from Mint Dentistry, but we're going to start off with your True Music label. Tell us how that got started.
So my husband and I have an incredible friend who's beyond talented, extraordinary artist and songwriter and performer, and he really was at a unique place in his life, and he just had a vision from God. And when you put him with my husband, who is the biggest visionary I've ever met in my entire life, they start dreaming and they start really taking they just start deconstructing and trying to build something out of nothing. And so it was really crazy, and it just happened overnight. Really, it started just growing, and through a series of events, God just really put everything together, and he had to do a lot of deep work so that it could all happen. But now looking back, it looks so easy. But I remember when his name is Dante Bo, and he was dreaming, he had all these ideas. He's an incredible artist and he's a Christian, but he wanted to take his craft outside of the church, and he wanted to reach the world. And he is a performer, he's a songwriter, he has the talent. And his foundation is firm. And so my husband started believing in him and really just kind of mentoring him, and just one thing led to another. And then God allowed some things to happen that really set him up in the most beautiful way. And whatever God allows, he redeems. And whoever he calls, he equips. And so here we are. And now I think it's 2 years, maybe, a little under 2 years. And we have an album that was released, and we have just had a show recently, and we have, he performed at the All-Star Weekend, who I know by God's grace they happened to me on that trip. And we have another artist that we've been able to sign under True Music. Her name is Tiana. And she has an album coming out this month. And we actually had a song that Dante wrote for Girl Scouts. And it's had such incredible traction, and so we're actually releasing it this month.
That's amazing.
It's been amazing. And so now we have a song with Girl Scouts, and we have a few other exciting projects. One of Dante's songs called Not Hopeless. We have a remix coming out with King Topher and Kevin Alexander and Rave Jesus. So it's really exciting, fun things. And I love the world of fashion and music. And to me, it's all just, it's who I am. So even though it's gritty, it's hard work, it's always hard building anything. It's the foundation needs to be firm, as you grow. And so we've learned a lot along the way. And I don't know everything. I don't have all the answers, but God's given us a solid team. We have a really good team. We have the most incredible artists, and we're family.
Right.
At the end of the day, we're really family. We enjoy what we do, and it's for purposes far greater than what we can really see here in the natural. And I think that's the most exciting part, is it's open doors in Mint, in fashion, and just a lot of different
music
avenues. And it's the synergy of it all. It just goes together beautifully, and it's impactful when you're able to capitalize on all of it.
And that's what's crazy, because both of you women have two kids, right? And so have you been able to juggle that? Because I see you around the world. I see you in the music, and then I know you have Mint Dentistry, and I literally look at your page and go, wow, how does she do that?
It's just a lot of sacrifice, to be honest. Like, my days start at 5 in the morning. I have no choice. It is what it is. If I have to get my time with God, if I have to work out, I need to work out. It's more mental than anything for me. And so I have to take care of me first thing in the morning.
You still work out?
Yeah, every day, 7 days a week.
Well, that's why you look as good as you do.
It's really for me to clear my thoughts. I think that I have a lot of just ideas and a lot of things to do. And I think when I work out, I'm able to process it. And that's just a great way to start my day. And then I know that I have to work really hard throughout the day, because my day after 4 o'clock, my kids are home from school. And so what I can do between 8 and 4 is usually, in the past, in my previous life, is what I would do till like 8 or 9. Now I have to be a lot more efficient. I have to build better systems. I have to have a good, solid team around me to support me and help me and help me carry the weight of what I do. And so I think it's really teaching and empowering people to help me, because in the beginning of my career, I think I tried to do everything. I wanted to be the one. I knew I could do it. I knew I was going to do it well. I didn't want that project to fail or to in any way be delayed. So I would just take ownership, and I would would do it because I could. And I'm not at that stage anymore where I have to empower other people, and I have to be okay with them making mistakes, and I have to be okay with the ball being dropped sometimes, and I have to be okay with just trusting and believing that I need to actually pour into other people, the people that are in my life and my assistants and my team. And so I really try to build them up and just let them be a great resource. And I love watching them grow too, because you know who they were when we started. I mean, now my assistant, it's been a decade. And so it's really incredible just what she's been able to handle and how she's been able to just be flexible, because things are come every day. You know, it's, you think your day's gonna look one way, and then something happens, and obviously it's a whole nother thing. But it's really just building up people and being mindful of time, and really there's days that I feel like I do life when I go out of town. You know, I'm gone. And of course, moms, you don't want to be away from your children. However, I justify it because when I'm with my kids, I'm with my kids. And my husband and everybody that's around me knows that. When I'm with my kids, I'm with my kids. Like, I'm so active with them. Like, I'm playing basketball with them. I'm really trying to do whatever I can. I'm very present, but knowing, because I do have a lot that I do outside of just the home, and so I have to be present. I have to be very intentional. To me, I don't think if I'm doing laundry and I'm doing these kinds of things, I don't think that's necessarily me being present with my kids.
And that's what some people do, and they would judge you because you're out of town, and you're like, you're in the house and you're not with your kids, right? And so when you're around your kids, because I see your photos of you and your kids running through the lilies and just traveling with them. And then I saw where I think your son said it was the best birthday ever because you took him out. And I mean,
we traveled recently, and he got to meet Steph Curry, and Steph Curry was the nicest, kindest, just sweetest, and so they got to have some time together, and it was really special. So, but I travel a lot, and my kids come with me most of the time. Fashion weeks, they've come with me before. They've come to fashion weeks. They've been part of it, and they don't go to the actual fashion events, but they'll stay with my husband. My husband's been a huge support system. He's a big golfer, golfs pretty much 365 days a year if it's possible. And so he has golf tournaments and things that he likes to do, so I try to be there and really lift the weight whenever he goes on his tournaments, and then he does the same for me whenever I'm able to go on my fashion experiences and my fashion week moments. But it's really cool just when I go out of town, I think the kids give my husband a lot more attention. And I think he really likes that, because if I'm in the house, they will walk past him and they'll come to me to get them whatever they need. When they just had to walk, 200 feet, when they could have gotten it from everybody else that's in the house, but they come to me. So it's really cute, and I love being a mom. To me, it's the most gratifying and fulfilling role in the world. But at the same time, I have nephews and nieces, and they're very much a part of our lives. And I have a nephew who lives with me. My nephew is autistic, and he lives with me, and he's lived with me for a few years now. And he's family, and he recently just he tells us he's going to a talent show. So we're like, okay, yeah, sure, go. We didn't know that he was going to be in the talent show. And it was the cutest thing. He's like, I didn't want to be nervous, but he recently got a first place medal in basketball Special Olympics, in bowling first place Special Olympics. So he's just thriving, and so I think I have so much to give, and I love that God has graced me for this. God has really graced me for.
I love the philanthropy. I mean, I'm a recipient of your philanthropy and of Mint Dentistry, and we only have about a minute left, but I want to talk about that. You have a casting call coming up with Mint Dentistry, and I've been trying to smile like this entire time to see if I could meet the bill. Tell me about that.
We recently had our upcoming spring campaign, and so we had a photo shoot and had a bunch of models, and it was just an incredible experience. And actually, SMU sent some interns from their fashion media department, and I loved it. Brought me so much joy to expose them to real life experiences in the work field. And so to me, it just encouraged me. It gave me a new creativity to really expose new upcoming talent to what we have to encounter to build these campaigns and marketing and really build the brand of what Mint Dentistry looks like. Like, we make sexy teeth. Sexy teeth are healthy teeth.
Y'all done a lot of that. So where do they go to get the information for the casting
just follow
call?
us on social media. We'll be having all the information on there. We have links that you can sign up, and it's really there's so much opportunity coming, so I'm excited. There's music coming, there's photo shoots coming, and I just love that God just continues to entrust me with so much, and I pray to be a good steward.
Well, you have been, and congratulations on all of your success.
Thank you so much.
I'm so happy, Vicki. This was our first show. Are you happy?
I'm so happy.
What an honor. Thank you so much.
It's been amazing. So thank you so much for joining us on the Cheryl and Vicki Show, and we have a great show for you coming up even next week. So remember to always wake up happy.